This is Kathy with Kincaid Special Creations coming to you with a video on making dinner today. Hello guys, this is Kathy with Kincaid Special Creations. This is Friday and Tim's coming home from work, so I decided that I'm going to fix his favorite meal, baked pork chops and potatoes. And I'm going to have a side order of our homegrown green beans. So I thought, well, why not video it? Because, I got a video supposed to come up this weekend, so I thought this would be good. So I'm just going to take you along, give you the information that I have. We've had it twice, and it's very, very good. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel these potatoes and cube them up into little, not humongously little chunks, but little chunks so they'll cook faster. Then I'm going to put some French fry seasoning and some olive oil on them. Put them in a pan that's going to be lined with parchment paper into an oven, 390 degrees it says. 390 degrees for about 45 minutes. That's why I have to start early. Tim won't be in for a couple hours, but it takes a couple hours for this to get done. So if you don't have that time, it'd be a really good Sunday afternoon dinner if you're not working. So just walk along with me as I'm doing it. First I'm going to do is walk behind you and turn the oven on to 390. So it can be preheating. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pan ready. Just going to use this pan. It don't matter. The more you cook, the bigger the pan you're going to need. There's just going to be the three of us. So this should be plenty big enough. Alright. I'm going to just turn it up this way so that it'll be ready for me. Alright, put it off to the side here until I'm ready, and now I'm going to cut my potatoes. This is a Rada knife, R-A-D-A. If you know of anybody that's selling those, these are wonderful knives. They are very sharp, so be careful. But if you get a chance to get you a set of them, I've got a paring knife, a little tomato slicer, and then a bigger paring knife that Mandy got me about 10 years ago. I just started using them about, maybe 3 months ago. But they are so good that the minute I use them, I wash them, dry them, and put them back in their little box. And Hannah was selling them for her majorettes class. So what I did was I bought me a bigger knife that cuts up vegetables and a knife sharpener. So now I won't ever have to have another knife. So in my next 23 challenge to get rid of some stuff, I can get rid of all those old knives I don't need. But I'm going to show you how good it cuts. Okay. Look at this. I mean, that is just coming off there like a bunch of little melted butter. So, what I'm going to do, I got about 7 or 8 potatoes. I'm going to set and cover them up and then cube them. And then when I'm ready to put them in the pan with the French fry seasoning, I'll bring you back. Hold on. Okay guys, I'm back. I have all my potatoes cut up. I just want to show you this box. This is the box that the Rada knives comes in when you buy them in a set. These are the 3 that I have currently. And trust me guys, those bad boys are sharp. So do not let your kids play with them. But you will not have any trouble at all cutting up those potatoes. We put these back up. Okay. So now I'm going to take my parchment lined paper. These potatoes may fill this whole thing up. If it does, I'll just use a separate thing for my green beans and my pork chops. Alright, so there we go. It's a whole pan. We love this, so we will eat it. Alright. So the next thing I'm going to do is my French fry seasoning. It's called Bojangles French fry seasoning. And the container has a little lid on it. Let me wipe the top of it off here. It just has a little sprinkle section on it. So all you're going to do is just sprinkle it all over, everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my olive oil and my salt. And I'm going to sprinkle salt all over everything. And olive oil. I need to get me make me a Cricut tag for this olive oil. I got one for the vegetable oil, but Timmy was to go after it. He wouldn't know that was olive oil. And then just take your hands, which my hands are clean, and move it around in there so that everything is coated. Real good. So, now what I'm going to do, first wash my hands. Oops. And then I'm going to sprinkle some more on the side that wasn't turned over. Because this is very good French fry seasoning. Okay, and a little bit more salt. I don't know amounts. I'm one of those, sorry, my clock's gone off. I'm one of those cooks that just looks and does. But we've had it twice before, and it's really good. So this is what it should look like. And I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'm going to let them bake for 45 minutes. And then I'll be back. Alright, the next thing on the line is I'm going to put the pork chops together. But there's a little marinade rub that you do that I'm going to put on. This time I'm going to let it settle in there just a little bit while the potatoes are cooking. And then put it in the oven. And it includes 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons, let me start that all over again. 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 2 cloves of garlic, 1/4 cup of olive oil, steak seasoning, and then you just mix all that up in a bowl and you slather it on both sides. So what I'm going to do is get my steak seasoning. Alright, let's put this rub together. We need 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. And I have no idea if that's how you're supposed to say it or not. But that's how I've said it my whole life. Okay. 2 tablespoons of ketchup. It's open. 2 tablespoons of ketchup. Worcestershire sauce is the way to go if your meat is plain and bland when you cook it. I've done that my whole life, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. You put a little bit of that Worcestershire sauce in it, and it makes a difference. Okay. Get rid of this. Okay, we are going to cut up a couple of these cloves. Garlic, cloves of garlic. I've never cooked with garlic too much. Every once in a while, a little bit of minced garlic in the stuff, but not really much. But it makes a big difference in your food. I guess that's how come chefs get paid the big bucks. And I don't. But Timmy's going to retire in a year or so. So I'd like to learn to cook something. And since he'll be here for 3 meals a day, I better learn how to cook a lot of things. There's my garlic. Probably not minced up like everybody else would, but alright. So then, my math teacher would be proud of me because it says a quarter of a cup of olive oil, and I only have a half cup measure. So I'm going to do a half of a quarter cup. Or approximately half. This thing is so slow. You think that's about a quarter of a cup? It's going to do. Let me get me a fork. A little spacing brush. Okay? You just mix it around. Mix it all in good. Okay, now. Keep that. 1 nut piece of parchment paper. The reason you use parchment paper or aluminum foil will cause your stuff to burn quicker. Well, I'm going to have to put that on my list of stuff to get at the store. And how well that's going to do, but okay. My little bitty pork chop, little bitty one. But we're going to take them out. Get me I know I've washed my hands 20 times, but okay. I'm just going to put this down in here and flop it over. Let it drain off. I put it on there. If you guys see anything I'm doing wrong, let me go ahead and back this up where you can see it a little bit. Please tell me. Because the one thing I have never been my whole life was a cook. I could keep my kids alive and Timmy alive, but that'd be 2 for me, 2 for Timmy, and 2 for Sean. Because the stuff is slicky down in this bowl. Just enough. So they knew exactly what I was going to cook when they told me what to put in there. Here we go. Now, this in the dishwasher. Keep these things right here and wash them up for a paint pile. I'm going to do my crafts. Now this don't necessarily come with the next step I'm going to do, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. Let me see if I got any more parchment paper. I'll be right back. Look here. Look what I found. Okay. So now, I'm going to pull this over here. Pull this all the way down to the end. Put this underneath here. And what I have is some home canned green beans and some kielbasa. I'm going to cut that up into little pieces. Sounded like it would go good with this meal. So, let's see, let's cut it this way. And down through the center. Just give them green beans just a little bit more flavor. I'd have used ham if I had one, but I don't, so. I'm mixing about 4 or 5 different recipes here, guys. But I'll let you know when I'm editing this video how well it done. Okay, it says cut them up into little dices. That's probably a lot for that little old bitty thing of green beans, but nobody really likes green beans but me. They'll eat them, but it's not their favorite. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a bowl and mix all that together. And then put it in there. See if I got enough green beans. So I will be right back. I'm back. So what I'm going to do, well, that one's sealed up good. The little hook on your can opener should open it. Like a pop opener. Aha, it did. Now, what I'm going to do is drain off some of that water. I'm almost spilling all over the... Okay. And I put the green beans in this bowl. forgot to put steak seasoning in. I'll just have to sprinkle it on the top of these. Probably where it needs to go anyway. I thought I was missing an ingredient. Okay. Get me a spoon, guys. These are home canned green beans. So, what I'm going to do is put a little bit of onion powder in it. Maybe. Oop. Okay. And a little bit of garlic salt, which means I won't put any salt in it. Okay, I'll put my sausage in and just a smidge of olive oil. Keep it good and moist. All right, there we go. Those potatoes have been cooking about, 20 minutes or so. So now we're going to put our green beans on here with our, spread them out. Okay. And we're going to put them in the same oven. I'm going to let it go another 10 minutes, and I'm going to put it in the same oven and let them cook about another 45 minutes. And I'll bring you back when I bring it out of the oven. Alright guys, here is my dinner. My green beans with the kielbasa sausage, my potatoes, and my pork chops. Looks good, don't it? Let's eat. Okay guys, that takes care of this dinner. I think I did pretty good. It tasted delicious. We enjoyed it. We have just a small bit of leftovers for lunch tomorrow. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.